Hey guys, it's Philip from Hunter Resource. Today I got RSX in here. This is one that Cody bought. And I think we're going to use this as a donor. I think it has a hole in the block or something, but we're going to use a transmission and something. I don't really know what yet, but I think he wants to use the head for our Insight project. So we're going to be pulling the swap out of it, the engine, transmission, shifter cables, wiring harness, and ECU. And then I think he's going to sell the shell. So if you know anybody in the market for an R6 shell, this one's going to be up. It's got a clean title. He has a title for it, but yeah, and like I said, I think it has a hole in the block or something. So we're going to pull all this apart and use what we can. Like I said, he just bought this for a donor, essentially. The body's not perfect. You see, like, it's got a little bit of damage here on the fender. The bumper's a little damaged, and it looks like it's missing a driver's side mirror. Let's see. The rest of the body looks pretty good. It's been sitting here at the shop for, I don't know, maybe a month, 2 months. And I don't know if any of y'all noticed, but it was sitting right outside the shop, like right over there. But yeah, you can see the passenger side's pretty clean. It's dirty, extremely dirty from sitting out here under these trees. Right over here by the shop. The passenger side looks pretty good though. And the back looks good. Nothing broken or bent or missing or anything like that back here. All the glass looks pretty decent. No cracks or anything in the windshield that I see. Again, it's really dirty if you washed. So really, a mirror, a fender. The hood looks fine too. So a mirror, a fender, and a bumper. You have yourself a real nice shell. I guess I'm going to set this phone up on the time lapse, and we'll pull this swap out, see how quick I can pull it out. And full disclaimer, it doesn't have the air box in here, but it does have this little intake here, so it's not completely stock, but almost there. Oopsie, it's an oil pan. I think the block itself may be fine. Yeah, oil pan is gone, son. All right, so there you see, I got the engine and transmission out, got the harness on here. I still got to pull the shifter cables and the ECU out of the car, but taking the ECU out is literally a 2-minute job with this particular car. And the shifter box and stuff is a little more involved, but it's not terrible. I mean, especially having a lift, I can take off this little shield here and then take off the shifter cables through here, and piece of cake, done. So probably another, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes I can have the shifter cables and the ECU out. This right here took me, I don't know, probably less than an hour to do. And I made pretty good time, I feel like. I did miss a couple things initially, like I didn't, like when I was pulling the subframe out, I didn't take into consideration that the sway bar went under the exhaust. Oops, a little shell down here or something. But the sway bar went under the exhaust, or over the exhaust. Yeah, over the exhaust. So whenever I pulled the subframe down, it pulled the exhaust down, and it pulled the the wires out of the O2 sensors here. But thankfully, I was able to get them clicked back in there, so all good there. And then I took off the core support and stuff up here, simply to be able to pull the AC compressor off without discharging it. So As you see, the AC compressor is still here, and if someone was to put a swap back in this, hook the AC compressor back up, it would be good to go as long as the system's charged. I don't know if it's charged or not. I would assume it is. I always assume they are. So all you have to do is hook up AC or hook up your compressor to another motor, and it should be good to go with the AC. So that's why I took off all the upper core support and the radiator. You could probably do it without doing the upper core support and the radiator and the front bumper and all that stuff if you had a machine to discharge the AC. I don't have that here. That's one of the few tools that I don't have. Maybe in the future. So I got the swap out. So I think that's all I'm going to do for the night. I think I'm about to call it a night and just going inside, try to get some rest. I think it's about, I don't know, a little after 11 o'clock right now, 11 p.m. So this is my off night. I was off last night too. And I stayed out here and did a timing belt and water pump on like a 94, 95 Accord. So I think I was out here till, I don't know, probably 3 a.m. Night shift problems, man. I can't sleep. Like right now I'm not even tired, but I go up there and try to sleep so that I actually have some day to do stuff tomorrow. The swap is out of this, and hopefully we can get this shell out of my yard pretty quick. And then figure out what we're going to do with the swap. Like I said, I know we're going to use the head on a 24 bottom and potentially use that in the Insight. I'm not sure what the deal is with the trans just yet. We may use this harness on the Insight too. I'm not really sure. I know we already have a K Pro. Is it like a V2 or V3? I don't know. Someone with a red board. We're going to use that for the Insight. So we already have that, so no need to send this PRB off just yet. We may save that and do that on another day for another car. Because like I mentioned before, we have several cars here for K-Swap projects. So anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to wrap this up tonight and call it a day. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Man, you know, these are two things that I really appreciate, and it don't cost you anything, and it helps the channel tremendously. Maybe I am tired. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm tired than I think. But yeah, those two things that really help the channel grow, and it helps the algorithm and all that stuff. And I know we can do it with your guys' help. So thanks for doing those couple things for me. And as always, you can comment below. Let me know what you think about it. See you guys. Peace.